What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters? I'm One Eye Bry, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about Fear the Walking Dead and my theory breakdown discussion of Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 10, as well as the remaining episodes of Season 6. But I think someone betrays Morgan's group and Morgan's community. We'll talk about why I think it is and who it is, someone in this picture. So spoiler warning for The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead show, comics, everything is spoiler warning. But hit that subscribe button, become a valued member of our PT channel Walking Dead family today. We post daily videos and I don't want you to miss out. Well, we're going to see in Season 6, Episode 10, that this group of people come to Morgan's community. Morgan comes out and talks to them, and it's kind of like a meeting of the minds. We're going to see that Strand and Daniel are going to be focused on in this episode, and if you saw the opening minutes and the trailers, you know that Strand and Daniel are going to be focused on pretty much in this episode, which is fine by me because I like Daniel. The Strand-Daniel dynamic has been through some rough patches. We'll talk about that, especially in Season 3. But Daniel is going to probably have some funny lines. And you see Strand and Sherry. And at first glance, I'm like, what are these two up to, right? I think that these two could do something against Morgan's group, especially Strand. He's going to hopefully find some information about the end as the beginning people. We're going to see that he and his rangers, they find the cans, the spray paint cans, and they're going to bring the attention to our group. But that dynamic between Strand and Victor is something I want to see more of, and hopefully it's explored more than this one episode. But it looks like Daniel is collecting guns for Morgan's community. He's talking to Strand, and I want to say those red tomatoes are jumping out at me. So we'll have to see if we lose anybody this episode. 3 for 3, 3 episodes, 3 losses, 8, 9, and possibly 10. But Strand and I guess the people are putting their guns in a safe spot. No guns for the meeting. Strand basically shows the gun to Daniel, and I would assume that Daniel is taking the guns for safekeeping, but if everybody trusts each other, why don't they just keep their own guns? But I'm sure Daniel does not trust Strand, because if you remember in Season 3, that Strand shot Daniel in the face, and luckily the plot armor is thick on Daniel. This was Season 3, everybody's happy except for Madison, which is telling, but Daniel is bleeding pretty badly after being shot in the face by Strand. But like I said, Daniel survived, so we're good on. I actually like Daniel more than Strand, but Strand tells Daniel that, you know, I was just more resourceful than you. I won because I played you, and I did this, and I'll do it again. So Strand is going to be the person who's going to look out for himself. When in doubt, keep Strand alive. Who cares about everybody else? Let's worry about Strand's self-preservation. And I just broke it down a little bit there for you. But you see the guns here in the wagon that Daniel is actually, carrying throughout parts of the episode. So where do they get these guns from? Ginny's place? Because you see them putting them in this locker that's inside Morgan's spot. And the emphasis is here because they're showing us that they have guns. Daniel locks it up and it's there for safekeeping. But later on in a different promo photo, and again, I'm just guessing here, I haven't seen the episode yet, it's empty. And you see Daniel looking at Charlie like, what happened? Like he's shocked. So it's either they found this spot and it's a great place to put guns and they're putting the guns there because it's empty, but more likely that they put the guns there and someone stole them. But who was it? Because you see Daniel looking at everybody at the table, and everybody's at the table for a meeting of the minds, and I believe Morgan isn't there because he's going to get something for Grace and the baby. But look at everybody at the table. I'm guessing that's Charlie, Sherry, Luciana, Strand, Dakota for some reason, Sarah, Dwight, and Wes. Now I don't know where Alicia is. Maybe that's Alicia, but I just feel that's Charlie for some reason. But look at Sherry. Is Sherry getting her comic arc where she attacks Rick and Rick kills her? Is that going to be what this is? Because I could see she's involved with possibly taking the guns, wanting control, wanting things. But more importantly, is it her people that she's with that betray them? Maybe it's a little bit of both. But you see that some sort of explosion or attack happens around Daniel with the meeting, because you see Daniel like something misses him, but there's a big explosion behind Daniel. You see the smoke there. And does Daniel get hit? Does he get shot? Does someone get killed here? I'm not sure. Like those red tomatoes, we'll have to see. But then the people at the table, they get down and they freak out. They're like, whoa, what's going on? Down, down, right? So who is shooting at them? What is happening here? I'm not sure because we can't tell. We haven't seen the episode yet. But walkers evidently eventually come towards Morgan's community. But if everybody's here, who's the one doing the shooting? I doubt it's Alicia. It makes sense that it's either Strand's people or Sherry's people. And we know that Morgan's community is under attack. How did these walkers get this close? This place is supposed to be very secure. So unless it's a trap or a setup by Sherry's people or the end is the beginning people, how did these walkers get in here? I just hope it makes sense, and I think it will, but it just makes us question. That's hence the discussion part of the video. We also see June talking to Morgan in the episode. This was in the trailer, so I think it's going to happen here. So I don't think June goes too far away. She'll be around in this episode, hopefully beyond. But the fact that we see everybody at this table makes it very interesting. And to me, it just highlights the fact that it's Sherry's people and most likely Raleigh that is taking the guns, causing problems for Morgan's, group and the settlement, and it's this guy. Because I don't trust this guy, right? He was connected with Sherry. They didn't get to take out Virginia, but more importantly, what are they doing with the group of the end is the beginning people? We don't know. How can you really trust this guy, right? He was with Logan. He was been on the wrong side of things a bunch of times. So is it Raleigh and Oswald and his people? Are they going against Sherry, or is Sherry part of this? But also, could these people be connected with the end is the beginning people? We never really saw their allegiance. We saw they had guns. They were capable. They were trying to go after Sherry. They wanted the SWAT truck. They have the SWAT truck now. They pointed their guns at our people, Dwight, Morgan, everybody involved. So I wouldn't be surprised if Raleigh and Oswald are connected with the end is the beginning people, almost like spies. We know they love to do that on the Walking Dead universe. And we also know that Strand is going to look into it. And I believe the ranger, the woman right there, is going to dump out a bag of cans that she's going to find that this is still a problem. This is a big problem. And that's where it's going since Ginny has been taken out. The end is the beginning people is next. Also, I saw this in a trailer online, and it's not the best quality. I don't know if this was supposed to be in 609 or 608, but you see Strand there by the jail cell. And inside the jail cell, you see Sarah, Grace, and I'm guessing that's June or Althea. I can't make it out. It's not the best quality. I apologize. But what do you think this is? Is it a scene that wasn't used previously, or did I miss it in a previous episode? Or is it Strand taking prisoners and hostages a la Ginny, and he's running Walton? I don't know, but we'll have to see. I can't wait to find out. But the end is the beginning people is the next villain, the next group after Ginny, and it's got a lot of questions, and I can't wait to find out, and I really hope it's great for the Walking Dead universe. We're going to see the tree, we're going to see Alicia involved with these people, and it's got a lot of questions, and people are talking about different theories and stuff about Alicia, and is this guy a serial killer? And I can't wait to break down a separate video for it. But is this the guy that John Dory was talking about his father? He was basically killing women, and it was a 2-bit mortician, and he was basically lying to everybody, and he formed a cult. And I can't wait to talk about this guy in future videos and find out. But do you think that Raleigh and Sherry's group betray everybody? Or is it Strand that betrays everybody? Or is it Sherry? Or is it something else? Is it the end is the beginning people find their way to Morgan's settlement? And I thought Morgan's community settlement, whatever you want to call it, at the dam, was so secure that nobody knew about it. So it has to be an inside job because people don't know about this place, right? But I can't wait to find out nonetheless. It's just a fun discussion, breakdown of the trailer, promo photos, information that I've seen. Thank you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Stay safe and tell them, Daryl.